Hi, Leather Rokk here. Welcome to my channel. Well, today is kind of going to be confession time about things like internet shopping and skincare and makeup, things that you love if you probably watch me. And, well, Cassie, she kind of doesn't care. And if I sound like I'm coming down with something, I hope I'm not getting a cold. Unfortunately, we have two apartments on either side of us, and they both have cigarette smokers, and I don't know how, but the smoke is seeping into the door of down the hall, and it's coming in, and nobody that I live with smokes tobacco, but it's definitely in the hallway, and of course, I'm the only person that's being bothered by it in my home because my roommates are asleep. So, and make a long story short, I don't have a primary care physician yet. So the last thing I want to do is get sick because I don't technically have a doctor. I mean, I have insurance, but they try to assign you with some person that you don't know who it is, and I need to get a different doctor because he's too far away, and I don't even think they speak English. And anyway, that's not what this video is about. My confession has to do with, if you've been following my channel, you know that one of my skincare goals is to get the real prescription Retin A. And I don't want to fork over the money for a dermatologist, go through that expense. And the things that I want are not the kind of things that insurance will cover anyway, because I'm not looking for things that are medical necessities. I'm looking for cosmetic enhancements and anti-aging kind of things, and those things cost big bucks. So my plan was, and still is, to go to an online pharmacy in India. And when I finally do make my purchase, I will definitely make videos about it. And I had been saving money toward this, and one of my day jobs, I get paid out through something called PayPal, which is kind of like having a bank account without actually having a bank account, and it's a way to save money, and then you can use it to buy things. And that's what I have been doing. 3 times this week, I caught sales. I discovered some new companies that if I end up doing good business with them, I will definitely talk about them on my channel. I found them innocently enough, just ads for discounted makeup that I was curious and clicked on, and oh my goodness, what did I get myself into? So in a couple of days, or I'm guessing probably over a week, because my mail delivery service is kind of unreliable, and I'm being diplomatic here, I'm going to be getting some makeup, and I'm going to be getting some skincare. One of the companies I'm buying from is a company that I've already been doing business with, but another of the companies is actually not one company specifically, but it is a way that a bunch of buyers and sellers can get together, and they're based out of China. And even though I would much rather buy American-made products, I'm also on a budget. I'm not going to lie about that. And if I can get some quality products and not have to pay an arm or a leg or what have you, I'm going to do so. And some of the things that I got are skincare. Some of the things are makeup. And so I will definitely let you see how that goes. And, how do I sound for you? Am I sounding like my throat's scratchy? Yes, I got the mug. Cassie, what you doing? Oh, let everybody see Cassie, my cat. Oh, Cassie's a good girl. Yes, she's a good girl. You a good girl? Everybody wants to see how cute you are. Yeah, she's like, get that camera out of my face. Okay, baby. So, and now one of my justifications for holding off on the Retin A thing is that I made, about a month and a half ago, I made a purchase from The Ordinary, and I'm still working on some really good skincare that I got from there. The retinol 5%, 0.5% in squalane. And by the way, I am not receiving any kind of irritation from this whatsoever. I also have the alpha lipoic acid. Oops. Wow, I dropped that on my keyboard, and I'm glad I didn't turn this off. I would have been really pissed. I also got the Grand Active Retinoid 5% in squalane. And by the way, my retinol products I'm using every 12 hours approximately, because I have enough experience with the strongest over-the-counter retinoids that I've been able to access, including the 1% clinical strength retinol that's put out by Paula's Choice. I've already been through the skin burning and the peeling and stuff, and I think that maybe my skin is past that. Another thing that I'm working on from The Ordinary is the AHA 30%, BHA 2% solution, the peeling solution. Some of the beauty people I follow on YouTube claim it just does some irritation on them. It doesn't on me. And the reason why it's red is because of the berries that are used. One of the berries that is used as one of the ingredients. So I'm definitely intending to buy from The Ordinary again. I want to get some vitamin C, and I think I'm going to order from them, even though the strong formulation that I want supposedly has a gritty feel in it, and I don't know how that's going to layer underneath my skincare, my other skincare. So, um, these are some of the things that I have been using in addition to my regular skincare regimen, which I vary depending on how my skin is, because it might be different from day to day. I really like this toner. This has witch hazel in it, and I actually got this the last time I was at the 99-cent store. And you do have to watch the quality when you go to the dollar stores, but if you know what you're getting, you can get decent things. I'm still working on my aloe vera. Now, I had two different kinds of aloe. This is the kind that does not have alcohol in it, so this would be much less irritating. And I like to keep this on hand in case I do get peeling from the retinoids. This is an acid exfoliant peel that has papaya enzymes in it that I happened to get the last time I got my hair done. And I'm 3/4 used it up. I want to use this up so that I can put that in my empties pile, and of course that will be its own video. But since I've been using the really good peel from The Ordinary, I haven't been using this as much. And by the way, that peel from The Ordinary that says you're supposed to put on for 10 minutes, I can leave it on for over 3 hours and it does not burn me. But I'm not suggesting you do that. I never want you to think that I'm giving anything that constitutes legal or medical advice. I'm saying this partly because I've been watching some videos that remind us that we don't want to fall into any kind of legal quandaries. That said, I do have a beauty school background, and I would like to think that I am a reasonably educated person when it comes to things like skincare. And I can only tell you what is working for me. I have my background as far as my skincare goes and the sunscreen usage and everything. I've been a faithful sunscreen user since my childhood, and I will invest in skincare more than I will invest in makeup, and I certainly don't have any problems investing in makeup. So I also another thing I want to talk about. One of my skincare challenges that really has been frustrating me no end. I only took the past couple of months for me to realize that this is an issue I have, that my eyelids have gotten saggier the past few years. I noticed that when I put on a full makeup job, and depending on what I have to do during the day, I may start it before 9 o'clock in the morning. I might not start it till noon. It depends on what I'm doing. But if I want the makeup to stay on through a night of club life, which means I probably won't be home till after 4 o'clock, you're talking about a makeup job that's been on a long time. I don't have too much of a problem with foundation that sometimes needs to be touched up here and there. And certainly if I'm rubbing my nose or something, I'm going to have to touch up here. But one thing that really bothers me about having saggy, hooded eyelids is what ends up happening is, especially if I'm doing something like a cut crease, where there's a much lighter shadow here and then darker color in the crease, then what happens is the eyelid will actually have friction where it sags and it will rub onto here. And what will end up happening is the eye makeup will get a blending that I had not intended. And that's one of the things that makes it kind of a challenge to do makeup tutorials. If I started to make up in the morning, and I'm not actually doing the tutorial till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, even if I do some touch up of my makeup just before I film, it's going to be so hard. First of all, getting both sides to match is going to be hard because you have to allow for oxidation of makeup and the wear and tear that will happen just by being on several hours. And I'm trying to make both eyes match so that it can look good to you. And one of the things that you really should keep in mind if you watch a lot of other people's makeup tutorials, before you watch a makeup tutorial that I did, maybe you watched a makeup tutorial of a girl in her late teens or early 20s. She won't have wrinkles for things to settle into, and she probably won't have saggy eyes. You probably are watching it depending on the style of the person who's doing the tutorial. Maybe they're doing a fresh makeup right in front of you in real time, in which case you're not going to have to deal with a makeup that has been on several hours and is faded and has smeared. The person probably did not walk out in the elements, in the humidity. They probably don't live near the ocean where the salt air is going to be blown into their eyes, making them watery, affecting their makeup. So the things that the application that might look excellently when you first put it on, give it a couple of hours. Is it still going to look good like that? Now, to answer that quandary of mine partially, one of the things that I'm expecting in the mail are going to be some things to put on my eyelids that supposedly are going to make the eye makeup last longer. I don't know that they're going to be any better than the concealers or creams that I already apply on my eyes as a base beforehand, but we will find out together. Because anything I find out that's working or not working on me, I will share it with you. So, just before I get ready to end these videos, I always feel like I'm on the verge of forgetting something. And I guess that's what kind of inevitable is, isn't it? Forgetting things. But, well, the cat has left. Tabby boy, he's down at the other end of the hall. So, I guess that's my video for today. If you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like me and my content, I'd love to have you subscribe. But about those subscriptions, YouTube made it more complicated to subscribe. Make sure when you hit the bell, hit it so that you get everything I put out, because they have YouTube added an extra option now that if you don't make sure that you see everything we do, they will only show you occasionally what we post. And if you're watching a person such as myself that puts out a lot of content and I do it 3 times a week, you want to make sure you see everything. So hit that bell and make sure you tell YouTube you want to see all my stuff. Okay, I will be back later to see you, me and my cats. Talk to you soon. Bye.